And good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Frogman0072. If some of you follow me on Twitch, it's Froggy in Navy 0072. Froggy is my childhood nickname, and I was very fond of it, so I used it for an email address, and now I'm using it for my streaming. As we mentioned in the video description, I am actually testing out a base I built in creative. I want to see how well it does in survival. Part of the reason why I'm doing this, and the other reason is to one of the scenarios I haven't played in quite some time now. And I haven't seen anybody play it in quite a while either. EFM, or Escape from Mars. The streamer slash person who got me into, well, the people that got me into Space Engineers and then draw me to EFM. One being the original by Duck Roll, which is Mr. Wasted Space Assault. And then the newer version, which is done by, I can't remember his name now. I'll have to look up the mod. I'll look up the scenario. It was the newer version of EFM was done by Splitsy and Capac in their Survival Unlikely series, which was dubbed Escape Unlikely. Alright, so what I'm doing here, I am actually on the planet Triton. Vice is being on Earth. I'm using Triton because it's got an abundance of ice. The ship I want to build is going to be a version of the Vanguard. I'm going to make some slight modifications to it. I don't know. Actually, I really don't know which ship I'm going to build right now to get off the planet. But right now, the major portion of this right now is to focus on. Here we go. All right, as you can see, I'm on Triton. I do have occupation on. And some of the modular encounter stuff is on right now. I may add in the air traffic mod just to get me back into the feel of things for modular encounters. And then once I head off towards Mars, I will take the modular encounters off and take the occupation and assertive cargo off, and then put the EFM mod on and see if it works. I believe there was an addition to it, which is the EFM extension. It'd be. I'm gonna put that on as well, and then see how much more interesting the game gets with that mod in place. So as of right now, I'm not really doing anything in particular that is very interesting game-wise. And just like I said, my main course right now is I'm actually building a base underground, because that's where this particular base is meant to be built at. The layout of it may look a little familiar because it was originally, the original design for it was done originally by Splitsy in his Survival Maybe series, where he drilled into the mountainside on the Earth planet to create a hangar and all that stuff for all of his equipment. First thing I want to do is, well, one, I'm going to get my main hangar up and running. I may drill it out. Obviously, I'm going to drill it out some more. There's also a lower level that I have to drill out. We'll probably end up doing the majority of that by hand. So I'll try not to do too much of that while I'm on the stream. Alright, that's easy to fix. I'm gonna need more than that, but right now I'm just gonna mainly stick with the outline of it. What I'm gonna do with this section is clear it out by hand. But I'm going to be using the right drill method. Ooh, okay, so there are a few other mods that I do have installed here. I do have typical all quiet sounds or sneaky sounds, which is done by Splitsy. I've got his. No, I don't have that one on here. I don't think. I have the aerodynamics mod on. Both aerodynamic mods. Plane parts, aerodynamic wings. I just don't. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Oh, there it is. Mod settings, aerodynamic. Oh, that's auto collect. There it is. Alright, so we'll show that. Physics. Alright, let's F2. There we go. Lightning effect off. Particle effect. UI options. Wind indicator. For some reason it's not showing the, unless I'm not seeing it, the direction of the wind. Huh. Okay. So yeah, I do have, like I said, I've got the plane parts mod on, I've got build info on, I've got, I can't remember all the mods. I will off the top of my head right now. I leave the back wall. The airplane parts mod, or the aerodynamic mod, is a recent addition. I haven't really played with that one too much. I have created a truck or a trailer to be to use in wrong way up. Let's use wrong way up series. Once I got it perfected for some of the bugs worked out of it, because I haven't swapped it over to creative yet, or to survival yet. So once I do put the world over to survival, I will be testing that vehicle out on, along with building a plane as well to test in the survival of the Wrong Way Up series. But I'll need to talk with them first, and I'll probably end up getting in with DE and trying to, well, I'm going to talk with DE and see if he needs another extra character to play this upcoming weekend for the box and stuff against Splitsy, Wasted, Capac, Amaru, the ever mod improver, Xfire, and then Pav as well. and then kind of working my way into play more of an active role in the Armed Corps / Zebra Monkey Discords and communities, because my current job, being in the active service member of the U.S. military, active Navy, by the way, is coming to an end. Some things have come up that I was not really expecting. I was expecting, but wasn't expecting so soon. So my time in the Navy is coming to an end, not by my choice. And I am going to be moving somewhat. We'll be moving into down to Chattanooga, or over to Chattanooga, Tennessee, where I will be doing all my streams and that from my first actual real home, hopefully. And we'll be doing them as frequently as I usually do them. I'm going to start doing them more on the weekends and stuff, because with the company I'm looking to go work for has government contracts as well, but they're mainly known for the Ram series vehicles, mainly in particular the 2500 and up. The Cummins company, I'm going to go work for them. I have a school I did while I was in, while I've been in the Navy, to learn how to work on the old 5.9 engine, which now no longer exists. Ow. Well, which Cummins no longer backs manufacturing for. There's still parts and stuff you can buy, there's aftermarket stuff. I will be going in and working for the Cummins company. Like I said, I got an NEC for which stands for Naval Education Code, which allowed me to work on a variety of the Cummins diesel engines that the Navy used in the 7 and 11 meter ribs. Oop, my jack pack is empty. It allowed me to become a technician for Cummins for the Navy, but I'm going to utilize that more when I get out. I really didn't do too much with the Cummins engine. I had more problems with the attached equipment to the Cummins engine, mainly because of misuse by other people, and then the equipment breaking and it causing more stress on other components in the rib. I now am currently stationed in, I'm still in Virginia, and I'm currently over at Little Creek Amphibious Base. Sorry, Little Creek Fort Story. And I'm currently somewhat utilizing the stuff I learned while I was on a frigate, because the crafts we have now were originally commissioned back during the Vietnam War.
Energy critical.
A little on the old side, and so they have the old Detroit diesel engines in them. So the frigate I was on had the old Detroits in it as well. Let's see. I think I have energy and hydrogen in here. If you do have any questions about my career and my future plans, I am currently, I think this weekend, I'm going to get on the Discord and talk with Splitsy and see if he wants to do a joint mission on farming for this weekend or for his next upcoming stream. With Pav, and then see if I can join in on it as well. I am looking at thinking about some more doing some more streaming, and this is it. I'm at a point now where I am kind of bound by my job, my current Navy career coming to a close. I figured I'd do a stream today just to, one, get back into YouTube, get back familiar with the streaming portion of my life, because I just started doing that I want to say beginning of last year. I streamed a little bit of Space Engineers. I did stream a couple on my Twitch channel for Icarus as well. I've done some Valheim. And I've got a lot of different games in the works right now. I've got to figure out my schedule and figure out the best way, of course, of action to get things done because of things being get ready to change. Oh, crap. They're just cut off by default. Nope, that's not file. Get rid of this. What I think I'll do is I'll come in with my ship and clear this place out. I do have obviously I've already started this. I've been playing at this for a little bit. I haven't really done too much with it because I've been bouncing back and forth between this, the creative mode of this, and designing and building a ship for my new fleet to start my own fleet, and hopefully I'll be able to put that on the workshop so that other people can use it and make modification changes to it, to see what kind of designs other people come up with. Let's put this. Would be good there. Alright, so I'll take you over to my mining vessel. As you can see, I've got hydrogen tank right now. I'm using that to fill up my hydrogen. I don't need oxygen because this planet has an atmosphere. And if you've played the frostbite version of this, you can breathe on this planet because the atmosphere is breathable. Although on Mars, not so much. I think Earth and Triton Earth and Triton are the only two planets that have breathable atmosphere that I know of, and I'm pretty sure that those that know anything different will let me know. I have my time cycle set on a 12-hour day and night cycle because it's just the way I like it. Kind of sucks because the majority of my games I start out in the dark. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so the mining ship I'm currently in is not of my own design, though I kind of wish it was. I am borrowing this design and a bunch of this fleet from the ISL ships. As you can see in the little LCD panel up behind me on the back end of the craft on the last atmospheric engine, atmospheric thruster. The logo for the company, the group that I borrowed this from, or I'm using this from, called ISL. So they have a bunch of crafts. I'm mainly into their mining vessels and some of their other ships as well, shuttles and stuff like that. I use some of their miners because it's majority of what their stuff is for prospecting and stuff like that. Some of the other bases I build, like the one that I'm going to be building for a space station, is based off an IEC design. I know he's got two modular bases that he uses. One is like planet based and stationary. I'm converting one of his module into an actual moving space station. It's going to consist of a bunch of modules put together, obviously, because it's a module base. And then converting that into a actual space station with a few twists and turns of my own design into it, because, there's a whole reason behind my thinking of utilizing his stuff. But that's the whole point behind this game, is to you find things that are interesting to you, and you can either use them constantly, like I do with these ships, or camera, stop moving. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. Let's go into this camera. Go. As you can see, it's a very flexible craft. I also don't have any weight in it either. But once it's full, and once the drills are full, part of the reason why I've been utilizing the build info, because down at the bottom of my screen here, it's not what I wanted. All right, so does that work? Yep. Okay. So at the bottom of the screen, where right underneath where it says toolbar info, it has the drill. That's the space in my drills, and then my cargo space. So this particular atmospheric tunnel miner has two large cargo containers, and the bar at the bottom will fill up progressively as the cargo containers fill up, and it'll let me know when my cargo's full. Devices having to guess by weight. Let's see if I can demonstrate that here. All right, turn on my drills. Oops, wrong button. You can see the my drill cargo is filling up a little bit, but now it's going over to my cargo containers. As you can see, it says 2 containers, and it gives me the total amount of liters I can carry in each in the cargo space itself. I'm going to be right-click mining this stuff. Should bring up my quarry miner, but I don't want to do that while I'm in stream. I'll just deal with it with the way I got it now. So as I was saying, the main layout for this is based off of Blitz's original design in his Survival Maybe series. Again, like I said, because I liked the way the layout was, I made some slight modifications for myself. Obviously, I've had added hangar doors and maybe changing those because I kind of like the look of the new hangar doors that Keen has so nicely added in the new update. And once I can see where I'm going. Right, that's as far as and I'm going to utilize those as my main entrance and exit to the ground portion of the base. And then I will build I've got this main hangar area. There's going to be a production area that has a similar layout, but it's a little bit different, obviously, because it's going to have storage and production in it. So we'll have all my, it'll have several refineries. Once I have everything perfected and everything blueprinted, I will be posting the base and that on the workshop. Some people will consider this a little tedious because I'm doing it underground and it takes so much time. And I like starting out under the ground, especially when I've got assertive mods and stuff like that on, or the modular encounter stuff on. It tends to help me keep my stuff longer. And it helps me build a little bit of a patience. Because if I hurry up and build a base and then go on into outer space, it just makes things for me, and from what my experience is, it makes my gameplay so much harder, and it makes me want to jump into creative mode more frequently. And I'm trying to get away from using creative mode too frequently because it kind of ruins the gameplay for me. I only want to do creative mode if I'm in creative mode versus trying to do it while I'm in survival. That way I get more of a feel for the game, and I can get more out of it than what I usually get. The under portion of the base is mainly for is like a maintenance tunnel type thing. It's not really fancy. It's a big open space underneath. It's where all my cargo stuff is going to be at. The main purpose for this hangar, like I said, is for vehicles. So like it has 2 docking bays for the tunnel miners, which have your connections on the bottom of the ooh, I've got a thruster on fire. Crap. Which has connectors on the bottom, back, and both sides. The quarry miners, which mine straight down, with the exception of obviously in your space, because in space there's no really direction. And it only has connectors on the back and the sides. So I have parking spaces for them. This space here and the one behind me, adjacent to it, when I finished earlier, are for the tunnel miners. And then the bay next to it is for the quarry miner. Once I get it dug out, you'll see what it's for. The quarry miner. What the heck? Why is this so? Why does this feel so? Oh, okay. Because I'm using right click filling. so short. I'm kind of using the outline of the base to pretty much as a drilling guide, and then I'm going to use it as a to build the base as well. So the best way I find for and I like the way Splitsy did it in the Viable Maybe series is having a, if you're going to build a base underground, it is good to have a guide, mainly because it helps you to draw out only what you need versus drilling out way too much, and now it looks all the space doesn't fit right because you've drilled the hole bigger than what it needs. I could always as well just go ahead and there's another mod I could add into this that coincides with one of the mods I have on here. It's the fix for 2021 nanobot build and repair system, or as Wasted's team so proudly call it, Bob. It is the fill and drain or a drill and fill system. Literally, it adds a nanobot drill that'll drill all this stuff out, and then it leaves a nice clean edge to everything. It makes everything look neater. All right, let me check. We'll go on this back in the spectator real quick. Let me slow my camera down a little bit. Wrong way. Fine. There it is. Okay. Ooh, that's really fast. There we go. Slow down a little bit more. There we go. All right. There. All right, that's deep enough. Okay. I just want to make sure that I wasn't going any lower than the conveyor system I had in here, because I do not want too much of this thing not connected into the voxels, because I find that if you don't have a lot of it connected, it does the clang thing, and it will literally destroy the entire base. And I don't want to waste all those materials. Just to have my base clang out on me. I don't normally do right-click drilling when I'm doing this, mainly because I find that doing all this, I'm kind of killing a lot of possible iron, nickel, and silicone I could be getting. But right drill clicking does make this go by much faster. Oops. There's still going to be a lot of places I'm going to have to drill out by hand, because of the where the blueprint is at is a lot of small areas, like the main ramp coming in, mainly because I've got majority of it built already, and I don't want to have to grind it down just to drill those areas out. I'll just do that stuff by hand. Now, the only real downside to the drill and fill nanobot system is a simple fact: each drill is 1 nanobyte, 1 nano. So it does take some time to drill out all this stuff. I think it takes a little bit longer than it would if I were doing it like I am now, the right-click drilling. But what it does is because it takes so long, it does collect all that material, and then it allows you to turn that stuff into ingots and stuff like that. When I go to build the production and storage area of the base, I'm not going to be doing any, once I get the storage section built, I will not be doing any right-click mining from then on, because that'll allow me because I'll have the storage capacity for storing all this material that I'm right-click mining now. And I may put in the... Oh, what the heck? Wow. All right. There you go. My monitor just flipped out on me. I think I may have hit the window button in the process. But because I'll have the storage facility, most of the storage built, which I got to go out and find cobalt and stuff for. So I'll need that for making the cargo system in here. Building all these storage containers in there. There's a lot of storage. I have quite a bit of small cargo containers, and I want to say 3x3 stacked large cargo containers. Or is it 2x3? I don't remember. I'll have to build the base again just to see what it is. Let's finish this. That. There you go. So I'll have lots and lots of storage, and that's the whole main reason for building this kind of base is for storage. Another one of the mods I have on here, I believe Wasted is using it on his current series he's doing called Vanguard. Which puts platinum and uranium back on the planet. And that I've got that mod on here. It does kind of mess with the ore deposits a little bit. Some ore deposits become real close together, like that marker there that says ore 1 on it. That's magnesium, platinum, uranium. It puts a bunch of ores close together. And the only thing that really sucks is doesn't change the size of the ore deposits for gold on planets, so it makes them relatively thin like they usually are. It just adds the rest of the ores on the planet. So, and it's kind of convenient for me. It makes it. I just like that particular mod for that particular reason. All right, let's drill out this one here. That's another quarry. This one here can double for your tunnel miners. Ooh. Alright, so once I've got this finalized, I'll post it on the workshop. But once, so the bays I have with the connectors in the floor are for your quarry miners and for your for vehicles. So you can put a connector on the bottom of the vehicle, squat it down, and transfer cargo out of the cargo containers into this cargo system. This bay here is the one I'm actually wanting to drill on. As you can see, the connectors in the wall vices on the ground. Because the connectors on the quarry miners on the back vices on the bottom, where it only has it in the back and on the sides, I can utilize this one for my quarry miners. I'll have one on each side. I can also say, hey, this one's for my quarry miner, and if I build like a small personal shuttle, I can utilize the other one for filling it up and all that other stuff. I have 2 bays at the end here that have no connectors in them. That's mainly for like vehicle parking. I'm going to build a prospecting vehicle, and I'm going to utilize that for finding the rest of the ores I'll need, like cobalt, silver, gold, and all that stuff, so I can start adding on to the base and building up from there. One of the other mods I have installed in here is, as if you've seen the, I have a passageways installed. I can't remember the actual name for the mod, but it adds more passageways. Crap ton of more passageways into the game, the base game itself. I noticed, I saw that in the Vanguard series, and like, hey, I want some of those. Those look pretty cool. I can utilize them for a base, and I've been using them quite frequently in my base buildings and stuff like that, because it creates a nice smooth transition or a closed off area from up top to the upper levels to the lower levels of the base. So a lot of the ISL ships, especially like this quarry miner here, so I will bring up my blueprints and I will type in, I forget this Keen's mod AI. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. This is yeah, okay. Sometimes it can take a few minutes to realize that, hey, I'm logged in. Please bring up my blueprints. So with the ISL fleet, they have a bunch of different miners. One's for atmosphere, one for hydro, They've got hydrogen thruster ones, and they've got ion ones for out in space. They have personal shuttles. They have a couple of transport vehicles they use for both the quarry and the tunnel miners, where you don't have to fly the miner all the way over to where the ore is at. You can dock it up with the excuse me, in these vehicles, and you can either they've got a flight-based one, or they've got one that's ground-based. Obviously, it's meant for planets only, so you can fly around in space, but you can't drive around in space. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so yeah, they've got and its main purpose is for you going out and doing a lot of large ore mining, so you can grab a crap ton of ores and in one go, and then vices having to driving back and forth to and using up wasting a lot of energy flying back and forth between your base and the ore deposit. So you can drive out there with it and use the miner to mine ores. We have two different varieties or two different models of miners. The one I'm using right now falls under the tunneling miner category because it's mainly for drilling in a straight forward and backward direction, not meant for vertical, just horizontal. And then you've got the ones that are for vertical mining are your quarry miners, which they both the tunnel and the quarries have your atmospheric, hydrogen, and ion variants. So you've got a variety of miners to use. Oops. I'm gonna have to go out and get cobalt because I think I've damaged that thruster enough to where I need metal grids. I don't think I have any spares. I'm gathering some of this ice as well because I need to finish filling up the hydrogen container here. And once I've got the back portion of the base built, where the production and storage is at, I will utilize there will be some hydrogen and storage, O2 and H2 storage back there. So I'll transfer it all out of this cargo, out of it into the containers back in the base itself. This is like a temporary thing I have out here where I can store large volumes of hydrogen for my individual bottle. One of my friends just came online. He's playing a different game though. I'm thinking about I may buy him Icarus, so I can get to play with him on the weekends or something. Get him into it as well. I got him kind of addicted to Space Engineers as well, though he's kind of plays it himself. I got him into Valheim. We've done a little bit in Valheim. We were having some issues with the second boss, so and with our time schedule and everything, so it's kind of hard to, play the cooperative games. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end my stream here for today. My streams aren't going to be very long, mainly because I'm just starting out on the YouTube side of things. I may do some Icarus Twitch tomorrow. Ooh, I broke 2 thrusters. Nice thing about the build planner as well too is this is it. So like this one here that needs repairs. Ooh, luckily it just needs motors. It'll highlight whatever needs repairs green, and then whatever's not needing repairs will be white, or whatever needs to be built will be highlighted white, green. Oh, okay, 2 thrusters. Some of the stuff I'm going to do off screen is I'm going to upgrade the basic refinery. Well, I've got to go find some cobalt. I'm going to go locate some cobalt off screen. So I can start producing metal grids and stuff like that. Upgrade my refinery and my assembler, so I can put a regular assembler on here, and I'll have a regular refinery on here. I may end up using the new industrial version of the refinery. I like the way you can walk up on it. I may do the same thing for the industrial assembler as well. The only thing I don't like about the industrial version of the assembler is it's got a walkway on it, but like the regular assembler, if you want all ports available on it, you have to elevate it off the ground. But that's my only niche on that. Other than that, here's an OCD. You know what? Let me just go in, and there's another mod I want to add on here anyway. Well, close out. I'll open up my mod list. So if you start one of these scenarios by keying, with the exception of the first jump, I wouldn't recommend doing it for the first jump because it's just first jump is just a startup of, if this is your first time playing Space Engineers and you really don't know how things work, like how do you weld things, how do you grind things, this is kind of how do you move around in the world, how do you interact with the world. That's first jump. Learning to survive and never surrender are get into more game mechanics. The learning to survive gives you a kind of a quick rundown of how things are used in the game. Refineries, assemblers, oxygen creation, hydrogen creation, different types of ships, weapons. Never surrender takes this information you get from these 2 scenarios, throws it all together, throws you on a planet, and you can do it out in space, and you have to survive waves of robots. Then you've got a few scenarios by keying. The Lost Colony and Frostbite come with the DLCs. Sparks of the Future, this is the base one that comes with the Sparks of the Future DLC. This comes with the Warfare 1 update DLC. Scrap Race, it comes with the Wastelands update and DLC. Paradise Lost version 2, it's just a scenario. I can't remember who created it. I think it was Captain Shack that created this world, but I'm not sure. There's an extended version of the Sparks of the Future scenario. it adds the rest of the base that was on there that was shown on the original. Um, but if you want to say you're playing in one of these scenarios and you want to add a few things to it, the quickest way to do that is uh, uh, back out of the game, back to your title screen here, click on the load, and then if you're loaded into a scenario, as you can see here, this is learning to survive. You double click on that, and you click on the save for it, and then you get these little icons on the side. You can delete it, you can save as, and create a new save point for it. You can open up the backups for the game. There's auto saves that are in it. You publish it onto the workshop if you want to, or you go into your edit settings. Your edit settings is both for when you're creating a new game in the customs, or you're editing the scenario. There's your mods button where you can add all the different mods you want into it. Advanced allows you to change some of the world settings, your inventories, how fast your refineries and your assemblers work, how fast you can weld, what type of environment you're living in. Your sound mode could be either arcade or realistic. And this just allows you to change your world settings in the game. Most of my games, I like the 12-hour time set. One thing advice I will give to you that I learned from Wasted Spaces himself. When you're in this menu and you don't know how much you're going to build, do not, and I repeat, do not shut off your block limits. Just click it all the way to the very end here, and until this shows up disabled. Because for some reason, if you click this off and you load the game, and there's your right there. You have more frequency of breaking the game or causing the game to crash than if you just disable all of them. Backup saves. This is where you can go in and make some more adjustments to it. You can enable your oxygen environment, airtight. I always enable scripts. There's a lot of scripts I like to use. You can turn off the cargo ships. You can turn off the drones. Here's where you can turn off the annoying. Where is it? Unknown signals. You don't want your the unknown signals popping up. You can disable them in here. If you some scenarios will have the respawn ship enabled. Most of them will have it disabled. You can shut off the weather system, turn on the weather system, all that. Well, like I said, so all your world changes can be done here. And then your mods. All right, so here's the mods that I currently have in here now. I have a lot of the mods that are in here are look similar to the current series that Splitsy is currently doing called The Wrong Way Up. Because like I said, there are some stuff in here that I'm going to be testing with the base, building an airplane in this particular game as well to hopefully be used in the Wrong Way Up series, either to attack or to work with Splitsy and them. Or if they just use my plane to fight. So some of the mods I've got in here, here's my active mods that are currently installed that are using for this particular save. Armored conveyors, auto pickup. It's great for picking up. Oh, wait a minute. I'm using the wrong one. Let me go back out into my. No! Cancel. There we go. Do stupid things like that. Nope. Clone Survivor. That's my creator. Alright, so edit. Mods. So my star system one is more of a kind of a mirror image to what Splitsy's using. The only thing is I've got more than just one planet. Obviously, I've got the entire star system. I've got it, the aerodynamics, armored conveyors, auto ore pickups. I will make a note. The first set of um, the mods I have installed literally mirror what Splitsy's doing in his world. The first portion of the mods uh, literally are the same thing. Modular encounter systems in there as well. Some of the mods I've added in that's not in the Splitsy world or the Wrong Way Up series is compact storage tanks. This adds more tanks and O2, and it splits your. It gives you two separate generators, one for making either just making oxygen, or one for just making hydrogen, or a higher output H2 O2 H2 generator, and it's smaller. It doesn't take up two grids; it's just one grid. Custom jump drives, different size blocks for the jump drives themselves. Which would vary in the amount of materials needed. Deep space 4K gives more a colorful background. Defense shields. I will be utilizing this more once I get to Mars and into outer space because I plan on putting some of the uncooperative stuff on here. Dynamic laser compression modular thrusters. This is one of Spacebar's mods. These thrusters are awesome. And they're noisy too. I'm going to be using those in a ship design as well. Easy inventory for quick pull. This. Oh, this adds more different cargo containers to the game. Mission colors. Really don't need this mod. I just kind of like the way that it actually does. This particular mod is for those that are, as it says, is red-green vision deficiency. I think this was made particularly for wasted space in mind. It changes the emissives in the game for your connectors and your landing gear to a more color that is more you can recognize more for those of you that are red green deficient. And I kind of like it. I kind of like the orange look and the color change to the connectors and stuff like that. It just I just like the those kind of emissives. The Fix 2021 Nanobot Build and Repair System. This is the updated version of the Bob. And it currently still works in the new updates. Some high density conveyor adapters, holographic projectors. What this does is it allows you to say you build a new ship and you put a projector in it, but you forgot to make a blueprint of it. Well, you can set in the projector to instead of having a blueprint for that particular craft, you can just set it to where, say it's in the state you want to rebuild it in. And then you could set the projector to project that. The next time you turn the projector on, it will, whatever's missing from when you originally set the projection in the projector, and then you'll be able to build from that. Just like if you pull it from your blueprints menu, threw it in the projector and then set it up on the projector itself. It's the same thing. It's just instead of pulling from blueprints, it's actually using the ship itself to create a shadow image of itself. Some more industrial engineer stuff. This adds more cargo containers and stuff like that. Izzy's dense solar panels. These are lovely to have, especially if you're working on a planet. It does increase the amount of materials you need for building your solar panels, but it gives you more variety of solar panels. Vice is just having one solar panel, and you build that same solar panel all the time. This one comes with a ×2, ×10, and a ×20. Granted, with each times you use, it's going to increase the amount of materials you need. So say like if you're large grid wise, you're using the time 20 times Izzy solar panel, you'll need 20 times the material to build it. So instead of say like 16 solar cells, because you need those to build a solar panel, you'll need 640 of them to build the 20 time. Because it requires larger amounts of materials to build it, so it's going to take you a little bit longer to build it. I usually use the ×2 for when I'm setting up my solar tower. That way it gives me the power I need, because it increases your power collection and the amount of power you absorb from sunlight during the day, and it allows you to do more things. Say like you've got batteries you need to recharge. It will recharge your batteries a lot faster than a regular solar panel. So I love this one. Light block improvements. This adds the little panel on the side of the lights, allows you to access each individual light. Vices having to do is sit down and constantly run over to a chair, get in a chair, go and modify the lights. You're going to modify them individually. Mid space, admit helper. This kind of what it does is really that all I've seen is it lets you know, it puts a little warning up and saying, hey, dummy, you're in creative mode. This one here, see if I can open this one up and show everybody. Nope, it is not going to let me. All right, so Shift Tab. Passenger intersections. This adds more of the passageways in there. It adds in airlocks, ladder wells, lighted passageways, passageways with windows, passageways with cargo container connections, passageways with buttons, lights, all that kind of stuff. And it has some in there with ventilation as well. It gives you more variety of passageways to be more creative with the game. Like I said, plane parts and plane parts plus. This is just some of the stuff that was on the Wrong Way Up series. Projector preview. Now, what this does, this little bugger does, is it turns your projector into like a projector table. So you can create a little blueprint image above the projector of what you're building. So if we wanna, you know, instead of building a projector table, you could build the projector in the overhead or on the deck in the ground, cover it up, and then project the blueprint of a ship or the building you're building. RB compact batteries gives you more variety of small ship batteries. We know about HUD Master because a lot of these mods here utilize the HUD Master. S-type hangar doors. These give you more hangar doors to work with, though I probably won't be using them too much in this series because of the simple fact I'm going to be utilizing some of the new Keen's Warfare 2 doors. SE minimap radar. It puts a little radar screen up there in the upper top right corner of your screen, so you can see enemies and stuff like that, and ships flying around and stuff like that. Some more mods by Spacebar, his consoles and his cockpits. I've got the Star Trek jump lines in, which I love that it still works, and the Star Trek's mod. The only problem with the Star Trek's mod is that one, it adds more ores to the game. Two, all the ores are only found in space. So it adds more building blocks to build with, but you can only find them ores and stuff in outer space. Like I said, I've got surface occupation. Now, the only thing with surface occupation, it's not going to work if you do not have the modular encounters installed. If you don't have the modular encounter system installed, it will not work, because it's a part of that mod set. This enhances the exploration of the game, and then more conveyors. This adds more, you got medium straight tubes and long straight tubes, keys, intersections, and stuff like. Gives you more tubes to work with. So, which with the armored conveyors, some of that's met, but maybe you don't want to do that. It's got more regular conveyors and stuff like that. So the one I wanted to put in was what is a patch, nanobot drill and fill, and there it is. Bubble. All right. So the next time I load the game in, actually I have to do it just so it saves it. And I can show you what this the nanobot drill and fill does or looks like. One thing I am going to be streaming on Twitch for Space Engineer Wides is some of the creative stuff I'm doing, like the ship and base building and stuff like that. I will be doing on Sunday. All right, so let's. So in the dummy industries, where you'll find your nanobot build and repair, you will also find your drill system. As you can see here, it's pretty large. It does do a small grid version as well, but kind of almost looks like a drill in a sense. But it replaces the drill bit with a cone where the nanobot is stored. So you can use that, and it utilizes the same system from the build and repair to you can set up specific areas where you want to drill. And it takes a little finagling, and it takes a little time to set up. So I will be utilizing that off the stream. So I want to thank you for joining me today on stream for Space Engineers, which I haven't done in quite a while. I do appreciate your time. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Hopefully I can do some more content in the future, and then eventually do what Splitsy did and make this a career. I'm looking to do a building my own dedicated server and launching games from the dedicated server. So when I have some people join me and stuff like that. So then again, I will see you this weekend. Hope to catch you all on Twitch. That's Frangi and Navy 007 on twitch.tv at twitch.tv. You can catch Splitsy and them on Australian Monday, US Saturday, or US Sunday with the Wrong Way Up. I believe usually Saturday Splitsy does his Icarus streams with either Kafak or Pav, and hopefully I'll be able to join them. So look forward to it, and if you have any ideas for games for me to play or for me to look into, please leave them in the description or in the comment section, and I will take a look at them, and I will try to get back to any questions or anything like that that you'll leave as quickly as I can. So thank you for watching, and y'all come.